Hi dear friends, how are you all doing? I hope you're all doing fine. I am fine too, I thank God. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for returning back here. Thank you for your love and your support. I really appreciate much. But if it is your first time here to my channel, welcome to my channel. Please, before you leave, remember to subscribe. And you subscribe, YouTube automatically will turn on the notification bell so that whenever I upload a new video, you will be the first one to be notified. So please do that, and thank you so much. So dear friends, in our today's video, we are going to be having a story time of a Tanzanian lady by the name of Marsha, who found love online with a guy from America. His name is Brandon. Actually, guys, this is their part 2 love story because I shared their part 1 love story and they promised you guys to come with their part 2. So we will get to know in this video what happened after I shared their first love story. You who is on online dating sites and apps searching for love, searching for an interracial relationship, you are going to learn a lot when it comes to culture, when it comes to the things you should expect after moving to your husband's country or your boyfriend's country. Not only that, you guys that watched my last video, we talked to the guy who is immature. Yeah. Who wasn't a quality guy. But in today's love story, we will be hearing of a quality guy so that you guys can differentiate when you come across them on online dating sites, because that's very, very important. I've been telling you, once you know how to differentiate a guy who is a quality guy and a guy who isn't a quality guy, then if you find love, that love will last. Yeah, but if you don't know how to differentiate, you'll find yourself falling in the hands of the wrong guy, in the hands of the guy who is not a quality guy. So if you enter into a relationship with him, that relationship will not work out. It will end in tears. Yeah. And I remember promising you to be bringing the happily ever after of the couples that I have shared on my channel. So that is why we are here today. Take a glass of wine, a glass of water, some popcorns, anything to keep you company as you enjoy this love story. So guys, let's get started, and I'm going to be starting from where we stopped in their part 1 love story. If you did not watch their part 1 love story, I'm going to be putting the link of that video under the description of this video so that you can go watch it. So dear friends, in part 1 we ended whereby Marsha had relocated to America with her husband, but Marsha takes you a little bit back to Tanzania. Tells us after they got married, had to apply for the visa so that she can join the husband in America, and tells you guys that the visa was a challenge because it doesn't come out very fast, maybe within a week. No, it can take to a year. So at that time, Marsha was working and was 29 years old. So while waiting for her visa to be out, Brandon could go to Tanzania to meet her and they could be happy, could enjoy the goodies. Yeah, and one thing they both wished for was a kid, to have a baby. So they kept on trying, but the baby wasn't coming. So she continued to work, but at some point knew that she was going to be called to go for an interview. That is when Brandon suggested to Marsha to leave her job. They were like, now you are working. Imagine if they call you on the interview, you have to leave your job and your job still needs you. They're going to lose a lot. So it's better to terminate the contract as early as possible. Marsha tells you guys it wasn't easy too, because she is a worker, loves working. So just staying at home not working was so difficult, but she had to do it anyway. And I told you when you are searching for an interracial relationship, be ready to take sacrifices. So that was number one sacrifice that Marsha had to take. Yeah. So after leaving her job, stayed at home, could try doing some small business as she waits for her visa. Eventually, the visa came out, and like we said in part 1, Brandon traveled from America to Tanzania to take his wife to America. So traveled together, arrived in America. Marsha was super happy and excited. But guys, it wasn't exciting to Brandon's family because the family wasn't well informed about them getting married. So when Marsha arrived, yes, they welcomed him, but as a stranger. And another thing that you guys need to know is that Brandon was living with his family at his grandma's house. So the way they welcomed Marsha wasn't the way she expected. But here again, Marsha tells you that white people don't pretend. If you are a stranger, yes, you are a stranger. If they don't trust you, they don't trust you. That's it. So for her was like, the African way, even if you take me as a stranger, even if you have so much doubts in me, you have to welcome me with open arms and pretend to be happy. So she was expecting it the African way. No, it went a totally different way. So that was challenge number 1. Then comes challenge number 2, which was food. And Marsha was like, Bella, there is nothing bad as losing your food. The food they could cook was totally new to Marsha, and remember, she does not live in her own house. The African way, when you go at your in-laws, you can't just move into the kitchen and start cooking your own food. You have to respect your in-laws. You have to respect the mother of the house. So Marsha could eat the food that they used to cook, but it's not what she wanted to eat. At the same time, couldn't be like, no, I'm going to stay hungry, I won't eat, could have been really bad to his family. Why is that your wife isn't eating our food? So she's scared to go to the kitchen, cook her own food. But on the in-laws side, white people, their culture is feel free. So with them, it was going to be okay for her to go and cook her own food. But from the culture where she comes from, it's an abomination for you to just move into your in-laws' kitchen and start cooking. So, oh my God, it was really hard. And I remember doing a video to hear all the culture shocks, things that shocked me moving here in Italy. Even recently, there is a client of mine, my own baby, who wrote to me and was like, Bella, I want to ask you something. Why is that whenever we do something with my boyfriend, he tells his family? Is that normal, Bella? Or is it immaturity? Please let me know, because I know you have got enough experience in this. So I told my baby it is totally normal. Even gave her an example, was like, I wish you could see when we come back from the vacation, the way his family, my husband's family, his sisters, if we get to meet or they talk on the phone, the way they ask how it was, how was the hotel, they even ask Sophie, did you enjoy the vacation? Tell us, what did you do? Even us, while we are on the vacation and something happens, my husband spontaneously be like, oh my God, I can't wait to narrate this to my sister. We are going to laugh about it a lot. Even this year, when we went on a vacation, we stayed at this beautiful hotel. It had sea views next to the beach. They had a private beach just for, their clients of that hotel. They also had a spa. So we had booked a day at the spa and went to France because where the hotel is 1.5 hours to France. So we're like, let's just go, to France, enjoy, then in the evening go to the spa. So we had booked. But coming back, we came late and we were running, entered into the hotel. Then at the spa, they started calling us because it was time to go. So we had to drop everything in our room and go very fast to the spa. So arriving there, we changed, did the massage, and after went back to the room. Arriving in the room, there were towels, everything for the spa prepared for us. So we're supposed to change and go, but we didn't see that because we're in a hurry. So my husband laughed a lot and I was like, I can't wait to narrate this to my sister. It's very, very funny. Then comes the last day when we are supposed to leave. So had to take breakfast, and the breakfast was self-service. But if you seated in another hall, which is next to the beach, yes, they could serve you. So that day we sat in another hall, which had the sea views. We wanted to enjoy the sea views. And yeah, they served us. So we took breakfast and there were other clients, seated next to us. So as we were still there taking breakfast, the other couple seated next to us, they were old people, okay? The guy was in his 70s, the wife in maybe 60s. Yeah. For them, they had finished to take breakfast and then gave the tip to the waiter. We were surprised. Especially me, I was super surprised. The guy gave out 500 euros as the tip. I told my husband, did you see that? He was like, yeah, I saw it. Those are rich people. Yeah, that's how they do it. So my hubby was like, I can't wait to narrate this too to my sister. So good white men, of course, they will be telling things to their family, especially if he has a very close relationship with his family. They are a united family. He will tell them, but it's not that he will tell things that will embarrass you. No, just normal things. Like I told you, for us, my husband is very close to his sisters, his brothers. They talk every day. So yeah, funny things, of course, he shares. And as he shares, it's not that they just listen. You see them, very interested, asking more questions. Then comes another culture shock, and I agree with Masha when she said with the mother-in-law was very okay. She says you are free to use the kitchen, but with my culture, I'm scared maybe it is a disrespect. So with me, when we moved here, I had told you that we used to live in a very small apartment. Then we took a bigger house. So when we moved here, what happened when they came to visit? My husband literally did a house tour in every room, starting with our bedroom, Sophie's room, the kitchen, everywhere, the bathroom. And if we do anything new, maybe we paint one of the rooms, when they come to visit, he takes them to show the changes. Or if they see something, new, maybe it is in another room, they will move to another room without asking you for permission. Can I go to another room? Or maybe they came to visit and maybe someone calls on the phone. He or she will move into your bedroom where you sleep with your husband, sit on the bed and talk. Which is something that can't happen in Africa. You can go to visit someone and then you just end from the living room or maybe to the bathroom. That's it. You won't enter their kitchen. You won't enter their bedroom where they sleep. If they find you there accidentally, that will bring trouble. Because what are you doing in my room? Did you go there to put the charms? The juju stuffs, the village people. Yeah, that's our Africa, guys. Things are different, very, very different. That even me now, if you come to visit, I will give you a house tour. Yeah, you'll see everywhere. Me too, one time I went to visit my husband's ex, you know, they have kids. So we went there, and because it was my first time to be in that house, she took me to every room. This is where I sleep, this is the kitchen, this is the bathroom, and it's not that they are bragging. See how my house is beautiful. It's part of their culture, especially in Italy, because I am in Italy. I don't know other countries. So if you're watching this video, maybe you are in Germany, maybe you are in Denmark, you are in Sweden, Switzerland. If it's their culture too to do this, write in the comments below. It will help another girl out there. So yeah, Masha faced lots of challenges her first time to be in America. So apart from the food, tells us language too was a barrier, and you're going to be very surprised. In America they speak English, so how comes it was a barrier? Yes, in Tanzania, guys, we speak Swahili from morning to evening. So finding yourself speaking English from morning to evening, it was very complicated for Masha, and even their English was so different from the English she knew. So if they talk to her, she's going to take their English, translate to Swahili, then Swahili to English and respond back. It was very hard for her. So be ready too. You who is watching this video and maybe you're from a country you don't speak English, if you move to that guy's country and they speak English, it's gonna be challenging. But it will be more challenging if you move to a country like Italy, where they speak Italian from morning to evening. Because at least most African countries, they speak English. I haven't said all, most. So guys, yes, Masha was going through all those challenges after moving to America, and 3 weeks of her being in America didn't see her periods. So had to call the husband at work, tell him, when you come back home, please bring me the test. And that's what Brandon did. Brought the test, and they tested. The results were positive. Masha was pregnant. Oh my god, they were very happy that they are going to be parents. Yeah, and the truth is, I knew about this even when I was sharing the part 1. Yeah, I knew Masha was pregnant, but we just wanted to keep it private for that moment because it was still a little. Actually had promised me, Bella, we are going to tell, you know, your subscribers about it on the gender reveal. So yeah, the baby kept on growing, you know, in the stomach, but sadly it didn't go for so long. Masha tells us the uterus got fractured, so lost the amniotic fluid that protects the baby, the embryo. And when she was rushed to the hospital, found out that the baby was no more. Oh my god. May her soul keep resting in peace. Amen. Masha was broken. Cried and cried and cried and cried. I remember when I got to know the news, tried to, you know, comfort her, tell her I am sorry. But still, I myself as a mother, those words were not enough, you know, to calm her due to the pain that Masha was feeling at that time. But told me, Bella, I'm leaving everything in the hands of God. And by the way, guys, with all the pain that Masha went through after losing her child, tells us she gives thanks to her beloved mother to be there for her, her lovely sister, her best friend Agnes, and her dad. They really stood with her through her tough time. So after losing her baby came another challenge. You know, for us in Africa, our culture, when you lose someone very close, you know, like maybe your parents or like now we hear Masha lost her baby, you take time to mourn, okay? So the family is going to mourn with you for even 2 to 3 weeks. But those close to you, like maybe your sisters, maybe your parents are still alive, they're going to stay there with you for longer time. Not like coming and going back. No, they're going to be there at your house with you, cry with you. So that is what Masha expected from the husband's family, that when she comes back home from the hospital, they're going to sit with her, mourn with her about the baby for weeks. But that did not happen. Masha tells us after coming back home, expecting they're going to sit with her, cry with her, give her the space to mourn her baby. No, because after the funeral, everyone returned back to work. Oh my God. Masha was like, these people did not even take time to cry for my baby. Why is that? But later, being in America, came to understand that life is different. Life in America and life in Africa is totally different. Bills have to be paid. People can't just sit there with you to mourn with you, whereby there's some bills to be paid. So had to go back to work. But at first it was so shocking to her. But also added something very, very important and positive, that you guys that are still searching for love, pray for a man that you are marrying. Because at some point in life, that man will have to live an uncomfortable life just for you. For example, in her situation, like I said, was living with his family. That's their culture, that they live together. And for security, it's not all about being financially unstable, not at all. That's their family culture. They live together. So Brandon didn't know even the life where someone lives alone, like a single independent life, didn't know that. So the doctors at the hospital had told Masha is not supposed to share the bathroom with anyone, because if she catches infection, will be in a very, very big trouble. Had to use her own bathroom till she recovers. So what Brandon decided to do to help the wife, bought the diapers, also bought a portable bathroom just for her. So when she could feel like easing herself, could use that portable pot, and then Brandon could help her to go and throw everything, because Masha was still on the bed rest. So he could do everything for the wife, take her to the bathroom, bathe her, then after all that goes to work too. Wow. And that's when you can notice a quality guy, because a quality guy will never abandon you because you have got problems. Not at all. Will stick with you, will help you out so that you can overcome that challenge together. Yeah. So dear friends, Brandon and Masha kept on living at his grandma's place with his family. And when Masha recovered, tells you guys that stood up and started to look for a job. So looked for a job and was very lucky, got the job at the same company where her husband works. They could both work night shift. Yeah, it was really, really good, was very, very happy. And with this, Masha tells you or gives you an advice that no matter how much money your husband has, if you get an opportunity to work, work. Because doing that, you are showing your husband or you're showing your partner that you are a team player. You are one thing. You are there so that you guys can help each other to build your family. So when they started working, had to talk to the husband so that they start buying things little by little. So they started buying the spoons, the forks, the pans, everything slowly by slowly, could buy from Amazon. At some point, got scared because the things could be delivered at his grandma's place where they live, their address. So I was like, hey, I hope they don't think I'm buying clothes. But also was like, if they get to ask my husband and be like, maybe I'm spending money the bad way, my husband will explain that those are not clothes. So they continued buying things for their house, eventually got a house, went together with their contracts of work, their documents, IDs. Was laughing here that, you know, in Africa, those things don't exist. If you want to rent a house, no one is going to ask you your job contract, you know, your ID or what. They just give you the house and you pay. But in America, you have to show all those documents, plus you have to show them your job contract to say that you have a job that allows you to pay for that house. So yeah, eventually signed the house contract for rent and got their house. Still was scared, you know, to take Brandon away from his family. He was like, they're going to be saying this just came to America, you know, few months, because they had stayed at his grandma's place for 6 months. They'll be like, she's been here for a few months and now wants to go and live alone. Those were her thoughts, but because it is what she wanted, was like, you know, we're going to push on with our plan. Eventually moved to their house, started living separately. So guys, here we can differentiate a quality guy and a guy who is not a quality guy. If you remember Wendy's husband, this guy moved into his parents' house. Wendy kept on telling him we should have a place of our own, but did he listen to Wendy? Not at all. Kept on living at his parents' house. But a quality guy, who is Brandon, yes, was living with a grandma. That was his life. That is his family culture. But when Marsha came into his life, they talked as a couple and decided it would be better for us to live separately. Supported the wife and, you see, had to move to their own house. Live freely without getting scared. Oh my God, if I do this, maybe I'm going to be upsetting someone. No, it is living free because you are the mother of the house. Yeah. So dear friends, I have another advice to add here. When you are online searching for the right guy, for that quality guy, and you come across a guy, he seems good, and he's ticking most of your boxes. Another thing that it is important to observe in that guy is, should be the guy that respects your decision, should be the guy that you connect mentally. When you give him your ideas, he'll be like, oh wow, that's a great idea, we can work on that. He should be open-minded, especially when it comes to decision making. Yeah, you should also have a voice, not a guy that when you give him some ideas or you suggest something, he shuts you down. If you notice that in a guy, in that relationship, immediately don't go further, because you're going to be putting yourself in trouble. You will feel suffocated in that relationship in the future if you are to get married, because when in a long distance relationship, you won't feel so much suffocated, but when you start living together, you will feel the fire. Another thing that is important to notice in a guy, and I think I talked about this in the past, please be with a guy that supports you, stands by your side, and will defend you with all his energy. Yeah, because if you find that in a guy, oh my God, you're going to live a very good life. We can remember Wendy's husband, what he did. This guy wasn't defending Wendy in any way. Actually could add fuel to fire. Instead of telling his parents, stop mistreating my wife, I am leaving this house. No, what did he do? He told her, we're gonna live here. Whenever she could complain, the guy could be like, you're so ungrateful. At least you have a roof to sleep under. But Brandon is that guy that I'm talking about. A guy that will support you, will stand by you, will defend you with all his energy. So after moving to their house, oh my God, Marsha started cooking different Tanzanian food, Swahili food that she was missing all those 6 months. I'm going to be putting the photos of the food that she cooked, the photo of their lovely house, so that you can see. Also, this story teaches us something if you are online searching. So I shared Rachel's love story. If you remember, the Ugandan lady who found a very rich guy on Badu. And after sharing that video, it's only me who knows the kind of messages, DMs I got from some of you guys being like, you want a rich guy and all that. We should stick to the reality. I always tell you, this is the real talk. The truth is, not everyone will find a rich guy on the apps like Rachel. Not everyone of you guys will get married to a rich guy. Even me, I'm not married to a rich guy. We live a very comfortable life that I am happy and thankful to God. So while searching for love out there, stop focusing like, I want a rich guy. I told you, focus on a guy that is financially stable. Let us stop judging. I told you, if a guy is capable of paying for your trip to go visit him, he is capable of coming to visit you, he has got a stable job, he treats you good, he loves you truly, he has got everything you ever wanted in a man, please take that guy. Other things, I'm telling you guys, if I was judgmental, the first time me being in Italy at my husband's small apartment, I was going to leave that guy without knowing the guy has got potential. He has got a very stable job. He can give me a comfortable, decent life. Just by looking around and be like, he lives in just a 2-bedroom apartment. He is poor. I don't want him. I couldn't have been here, dear beautiful ladies. So let's be realistic. Not every guy online is a rich guy. Focus on those things. Follow online dating rules and you won't fall into the hands of a wrong guy. Because some ladies are very blessed. They will go to the dating sites and immediately will find a guy that is financially stable. In life, he is just comfortable. Everything is there. They don't have to like start life afresh. They never divorced, you know. So they get married and they start living life smoothly. They call it soft life. But some of us will find guys online, they are really good, they are loving, they've got potential. Take that guy, build life together. That soft life, of course, you are going to live it if you build it together. Especially you who are interested in finding younger guys from 25 to 38. Those ones, don't expect to find everything ready for you. Not at all. Just train your mind. Important, look into those things that I have told you. So Masha kept on working with the husband. They could go night shifts, but then started getting sick. And when they went to the doctor said that she hurried to start working, wasn't yet recovered well. So Brandon had to tell Masha, my wife, please, your health is very important. Stay at home, take care of your health first. Then later, you can go back to work. And here, Masha says, what you marry matters. It's so true. Life is full of challenges. Oh my God. When I tell you, you don't understand, but I'm sure God will bless you with a husband and you are going to be seeing all these things I am talking about. Because I talk of real life. I'm not here to just sugarcoat things and tell you, oh, everything will be rosy. Challenges exist. One of my babies recently joined Europe, and sadly, after staying here for a week, faced a very big challenge. It doesn't come from the husband or the husband's family. No, it was just the reality of life, how life can be. But what will save you, dear sister, is if you marry a right guy. If you get married to a quality guy, what you marry matters a lot. So yes guys, Marsha kept on staying at home and kept seeing the gyno, could advise them on what to do. Eventually, they found out was pregnant again. Oh my god, she was very happy, over the moon, couldn't stop thanking God. And January 27th this year, Marsha and Brandon got their baby boy. Oh my god! Congratulations, dear Marsha and Brandon. I was very happy to get to know that God blessed them again with the bundle of joy. So Brandon calls his baby a miracle baby because they lost their daughter 26th of January 2023, and God blessed them with a miracle baby January 27th 2024. Yeah, a year after and a day later. Wow, God, you are wonderful. And that's why I've been telling you guys, I'm getting emotional. No matter what you go through in life, please hold tight. It's gonna change. One day you will look back and you'll be smiling. Yeah, imagine what Brandon and Marsha went through at that time when they were going through a lot of pain. God up there was looking at them saying, my children, don't worry, I will be blessing you again a year after and a day later after losing your beloved daughter. Yeah, so we should always believe in God, trust in God. Everything will be fine. Guys, I've seen God's miracles in my life. There is a story I'll bring here. You all will be shocked at how God can be wonderful. I've been telling you I'll bring it, but there's some things making me not bringing it here. Once I clear those things out, I will bring it. I promise you. It will change your life. And maybe if you don't believe in God, after that story, you will surely start believing in God. So dear friends, God has been wonderful to Marsha and Brandon. They're living their happily ever after. Everything is under God's control. Yeah, they've got their own place where they live. They managed even to get the health insurance, which is very important in America. Guys, I'm so happy for you. May God keep protecting you. May He keep on blessing you. And kiss your son for me, please. So from this whole story, Marsha learned her lesson and would like to give you some advice. You who is still out there, hoping to get into an interracial relationship. These tips will help you very much. So guys, number one, your mental health is very important. It tells you guys to research about mental health. You have to maintain mental health. Otherwise, you're going to go crazy because when you move here, you use your brain a lot. Plus all those challenges, because it tells you food is a challenge, language is a challenge, like translating from their language to your language, then to the English that they understand. You are using your brain. Then there is a challenge of weather. Maybe you are like her, comes into a family that they are protecting themselves from being hurt because they doubt you that you might hurt their son. So they start treating you like a stranger. Don't start to feel like, oh, they're doing all that, discriminating me because I am black. You have to accept the fact that these people don't know you. You are new to them. You are a stranger. Give them time to get to know you. Maybe things will change. They will gain trust and start counting you as a family member. So don't spend so much time thinking of that. Train your mind to accept that. And if you have a man who supports you, your husband supports you, is on your side, there is nothing to worry. But if you keep on worrying of that, you're going to go into a depression. And most have been into a depression because of this. Her advice number 2, get enough knowledge on intercultural marriages. It's also important, and guys, that's why I am here, to give you the knowledge so that you can be aware of what you're about to put yourself into. Because an interracial marriage, an intercultural marriage isn't easy. It has got its own challenges, but those challenges becomes a bit lighter if you have got enough knowledge on it than coming as a surprise to you. Her advice number 4, learn to make your own decisions for your own life. Yeah, because you might find some people giving you, life advice of what works for them. But in reality, it does not work for you. Yeah. For example, when I moved here, I had to learn the language. And for me, I got pregnant. Few months when I moved here, got pregnant. After getting pregnant, how many months you have to wait till the baby comes. The baby came. It was another challenge. I'm a new mom in a foreign country, had to learn everything, take care of my baby. But you might go on social media and you come across videos of people giving life advice like, oh, if you go to Europe, immediately start working. So if you don't look at your own situation, at your own life, you start stressing a lot. You start being like, oh my God, what can I do? I want to work. Maybe I am useless because I'm not working right now. You'll go crazy. Oh, I had to take care of my baby till she turned 3. That is when I started to work. And not to work fully, work part-time. I still do part-time so that I can have enough time for my baby, for my husband, my family in general, enough time for you guys, my babies. So with my situation, if I come across a video on YouTube, maybe on Instagram, on Facebook, someone saying that you have to work full-time to show that you are a strong woman, a responsible woman, I won't listen to that because it doesn't work for my own life. Marsha tells you, learn to make your own decisions for your own life. It's very, very important. Her advice number 5, make sure you have financial knowledge, financial discipline. Because in America, they've got lots of credit cards, lots of loans to the door. So if you are a lady who doesn't have financial discipline, you will be wanting to spend and spend and spend and spend. That is why for her, after arriving in America, stayed few months and decided to delete her Instagram account. Why is that? Thought it was too much for her, too much pressure, because on social media everyone is posting. So someone arrives in America, wants to post, hey, I am in America, this is what we do, we went shopping, took me on a romantic dinner date, or we went on a vacation. Whereby Marsha at that time was supposed to concentrate on how to move out of the husband's grandma's house, how to look for a job. So she was like, if I keep staying here on Instagram, no, it is going to destroy my mental health. Again, we are on the mental health. Never wanted to compete with anyone. Stayed out of the social media, just returned recently. So was like her decision to delete the social media was the wise one, but it was good for her. She made that decision for her own life. So don't be like, I want to be like Marsha. If your life is at the point you are settled, you have figured out everything, and you think you can keep on with the pressure of the social media, keep on, girl. Her advice number 6, understand you are a stranger to them and they are trying to protect their family. So just be okay with them doubting you. As long as you're not disrespecting anyone in any way, move on with your life, and happiness starts with you. Care for your joy. And guys, one thing I love about this couple, they are united. They are one thing, which is so good. So dear friends, I almost forgot an important advice that Marsha gives to you concerning culture from her experience. Marsha advises you guys, when you come across a guy, you start chatting. Let's imagine maybe you found him online, on online dating sites, apps, or maybe on Instagram, Facebook, social media in general, and he seems interested. Please get to know his family culture. And this takes me to the question that I've been getting from my babies, my clients, and the advice I've been giving here on YouTube when it comes to the questions to ask the guy. So the advice I've been giving you guys is, when you are chatting to a guy and he seems serious, very interested in you, you should ask this guy, if all goes well and the family gets to know that he is dating a black woman, we imagine the guy is a white guy, what will be his family reaction? So me advising you to ask that kind of a question is to help you get to know what kind of a family this guy comes from. And this helps you to understand their family culture. But if he responds very well to that, don't stop there, okay? Keep on asking more questions concerning his family without disrespecting him. Just those get to know each other questions. I've been hearing ladies, Bella, we don't have what to talk, I've run out of words, I've run out of, things to discuss. But guys, there is a lot that you need to talk about with that guy, especially when it comes to the culture. Yeah, and some of you have been telling you, ask this guy, how are marriages done in his country? And you're like, oh my God, Bella, he's gonna see I'm very desperate. No, it's not that you're asking him, how will be our marriage, me and you? Hello, I'm just getting to know you. I haven't said I'm gonna marry you. So you ask him just to know, how is his culture and traditions in his country? If someone wants to get married, for example, you find a lady, do you go to the lady's family to ask for a hand in marriage from the dad, or you just marry that lady? All those things, they are very small things that you can think, it's nothing, but actually it's not nothing. Will help you so much. Remember, we are coming from different countries, different continents. So the way we do things and the way white people do things, it's totally different. So to avoid those culture shocks that might even make you end your marriage, better know them as early as possible. If it is to end the relationship with that guy, you end it. Also, I advise you to ask a guy, whom does he live with? And if he tells you, maybe I live with family, then you get to ask him, if we are to get married, are we going to be living with your family, or what will happen? Because some families, maybe they will never even allow that guy to go live with you away from his family. So if you're a lady who wants to live alone, be independent in your house, then you will end that relationship because you don't want to live with his family for the rest of your life. So those are very important things that you are supposed to know while getting to know a guy. So dear friends, those were her advice to you. Hope you learned something from them. But if you would love to learn more, get to see this couple, please, they've got a YouTube channel that they opened recently. I'm going to be putting the name of their YouTube channel here and the name of their Instagram account name here so that you can follow them there and support her, support our girl. Yeah, they're such a lovely family and you will learn a lot from them. Thank you so much, guys. So guys, you who have watched this video to this point, thank you so much. Be blessed. for your love and your support. Give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, family, everyone that you think will enjoy this video and learn something. Watch my other videos too. They are super good. You're going to learn a lot. Comment below what you think about this video. I would like to know. I love you so much, guys. You're always here in my heart. Let us meet in my next video. Ciao, ciao.